Joining me next on my red couch is East Atlanta native and inspirational hip-hop artist who's also signed to Reach Records, Mr. 1K Phew. Welcome.
Yes, man. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you in the spotlight.
Hey, I'm glad to be the number one more time.
Yes. So you've been doing amazing things in your career. First of all, let's start off with how'd you get into music?
I pretty much been doing music all my life. In high school, I was in the band or whatever, and just growing up in church, period. I've been in church all my life, so it's like,
Really?
I feel like every artist got at least some type of church background. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where it really come from. That's where the soul come from. You know what I'm saying? The church. And it just always been in me. Like, I mean, that's literally all I wanted to do with my life. Like, I knew I wanted to make a difference. I knew I wanted to do music. So I just kind of put two and two together and just been running with it ever since.
So how'd you get your name, 1K Phew?
1K Phew, well, just being in Atlanta, you know, it's kind of like lingo. People be going lingo crazy, so 1K just meaning being real. Some people say keep it 100, and I keep it 1,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's where the 1K come from. And salute to the whole squad, the 1K famo, the whole movement. And Phew is short for nephew. So when I was coming up, I was the youngest or whatever, so like all the big homies and OGs called me nephew, like come here nephew, like, so I just ran with it, just stuck with it, and just put it together, 1K Phew.
Right.
Yep.
Right. So why did you choose to do inspirational hip hop?
I just wanted to see a difference being made. Like, I came up in church all my life, but at the same time, now I mean, not saying I was always doing the right thing or not saying whatever. So when I finally like got out in the street or whatever and just start running around with my friends and I'm saying my siblings, my cousins and all that, and I don't know, it's like, I just want to make a difference because I feel like we ain't really have nobody to speak, you know what I'm saying, to the youth and to my generation, like the way that they can understand. Like, I feel like every time you go to church, and not every time, but it's like most people be talking down, you know what I'm saying, to the youth instead of speaking to them and like getting through to them, and they always expect them to do it their way instead of meeting them where they at. You feel me? And I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, meet my generation where they at and relate to them. Just a funny story, like when I was like coming up in church, like we used to always have like Christian rappers and stuff come and like they used to be so lame.
Yes.
And, like, I used to be in the crowd like, oh my God.
Seen a lot of lame Christian rappers.
Yes. And I used to like in the back of my head, I used to always be like, man, if I get up there, I know like I'll go crazy, like they'll love me. So I mean, one day like my pastor, she let me get up on youth night one night. And Soulja Boy had this song out called Pretty Boy Swag, and I remixed it with the Church Boy Swag.
Okay.
And I performed it live, and I just fell in love like with the whole vibe and the whole situation. Wow. And ever since then, I just kept going. Like,
well, obviously you did the right thing because you signed to Reach Records.
Yes, ma'am.
Headed up by one and only Mr. Lecrae.
Salute to my big brother Lecrae. Salute to our Reach Records family. Like, it's definitely a blessing, definitely big for me.
So what was it like going on tour with him?
It was crazy. That was my first, well, kind of like my first tour. My first tour was actually with Kent Jones, but this was like my first tour, like being on the bus and you know what I'm saying, traveling from like out the country. Like I went to Canada, man. Like that was so crazy. Like, it was like a whole different vibe out there. Like I don't know, it was just crazy.
But you went further than Canada though too. Y'all went somewhere else, right?
Well, he went somewhere else. He went somewhere. He went to Africa. Well, actually, we're supposed to still be going to Africa, but he went to like France and Europe and like that. Like, yeah, I think I'm just going to Africa. I think. Just
going to Africa. Who says that, right?
But nah, but yeah, I mean, I definitely like. It's definitely a blessing. Like I don't take nothing for granted. Like.
Well, you're doing a lot right. You have a huge social media following, so let them know how to follow you.
And y'all please follow me everywhere at 1KPHEW. That's all social media outlets. Y'all check me out, support the movement. Go holler at me on Spotify, Apple Music, all that. I'm everywhere.
He's everywhere. He's taking over. And stay tuned for a live performance from Mr. Rudy Currents.
I'm Jannard Wells, the Chef of Love. And you're watching In the Spotlight with Kim Ford.
Now is Visionary Award-winning producer and rapper, Mr. David Banner.
Say handsome.
Well, and the handsome.
Okay, yeah, okay. We all right.
And the handsome Mr. David Banner.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here on the red couch. Welcome.
I feel real comfortable right now. I appreciate it.
Okay, great.
You look wonderful.
Thank you. This is actually made by my designer. She made it by hand herself.
Okay.
Her name is Shanita Denton. So make sure you go to her Instagram,
Plug.
S.Denton Collection. And she can, make you whatever you want. You too. Men too. She hooks up the men too. So I want to start, there's so many wonderful, powerful things we can talk about, but let's start from the beginning. How'd you get into music?
That's a hard question because I've been doing music maybe since I was in the 6th grade, and doing it in a place where you really didn't have anybody that came before you was a little bit rough because even my family, with the exception of maybe my mom, told me that, I should be doing something else.
Right.
And that's why I'm grateful that I was sort of hard-headed, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if God truly gives you vision, that you're not supposed to have crowds around you. People are not supposed to understand. And if you truly believe that it's a divine vision, then you shouldn't want anybody to be around or understand, because that was specifically given to you.
Right.
So, talent shows, traveling all over, broke, sleeping in my van, homeless.
Yeah.
All of it. It's not
That's
much.
the part people don't see.
Yeah, well, that's the part people don't want to see. And that's the thing that I think robs our children the opportunity to really get the whole experience, because what people don't understand is you truly learn from the failures.
Yeah.
Not your successes, because you really don't know what went into you being successful. You don't know if somebody was praying for you. You don't know if somebody thought you was cute. You don't know why, you were successful. But if you fail, then you definitely know where and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? And then from that, you build that one success. And at least through those failures, you know what not to do again in order to duplicate that success. Excuse me.
Wow. Your mom did a great job with you.
My dad too.
Okay.
And dads don't get enough credit.
Right.
I screened my mom for years, but now that I'm older and now that I run businesses, I think the things outside of music that people like about me, they come from my father.
Yeah.
So, shout out to my dad, but he dead, so he can't hear it.
Oh my God. But we still got to give him the love. No, I was at your birthday party.
Really?
It was amazing.
Thank you.
In Buckhead.
Thank you.
Black excellence to the T.
It was, to be honest with you, that it may seem small, but that was one of my greatest accomplishments, because I had an opportunity to attend Jay-Z's brunch at the Grammys. And it inspired me so much, and I said I wanted to bring that to the South.
Yeah.
And we knocking on the door, because I wanted people to know that we can do the same thing. We don't need other people to do stuff for us. We can create it, and that was the beginning of something very powerful. And we'll talk about it in the next segment.
In the next segment, we're going to take a break, and we're going to find out exactly what he's talking about.